What's up, y'all? Cajun Carnivore in the house. I did not upload a video yesterday. I was really busy. I did film some footage, but I'm gonna pin that here in the video. So what I want to do, I'm on the way home. I've had a rough day at work. We made it. But what I wanted to do was just put a little content together today, kind of talk about what I'm dealing with, what I dealt with today, and what we dealt with yesterday. So the video for yesterday will be up in there, and then I'll come back and talk about what we dealt with today. So let's get to it. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Day 6 carnivore journey. Let's go. Stay the course. Wish everybody a great day. Let's get it. Cajun Carnivore coming to you today. It's lunchtime, and guess what? We got some lunch. So I'm going to go ahead on and detail what I'm eating today. And I know one of my choices is going to really get you guys kind of upset, but there's a method behind my madness. Let's go over it. So it's real hard when you're out on the go. And I'm going to start meal prepping. So carnivore options is going to be taken care of eventually. I just hadn't had time to meal prep. But when you're on the go, you got to do what you got to do. So put this on the side. First thing we got, obviously, 2 hard-boiled eggs. Next thing we got, as you can see, 2 hot dogs. This is the thing that I think is going to set you guys off. 2 beef empanadas. Hold on, don't come for me. I know what y'all saying. The beef empanadas, that's not carnivore. And you're right. It's not carnivore. It's not carnivore if you eat the shell. What I'm going to do, and I'm in a very nice location where I can get outside because I'm not going to peel that in my truck. I am going to actually peel and open up the shell and eat the meat from inside of the shell. You can do this because here's the thing. ChatGPT can be your best friend. All I do whenever I need to get something, just like I was kind of stumped on where to go, I said, what can I get at racetrack that's carnivore? Well, I knew the eggs. That was already a no-brainer. So it gave me a list of all of the carnivore options at the place. And you can do that if you really want to figure out what you can eat at different places, what's carnivore. If you're going out with your spouse or going out with friends or whatever it is. If you know where you're going ahead of time before you get there, instead of trying to guess, instead of trying to Google and look on YouTube, go to ChatGPT or Gemini, whichever your AI thing is. I love ChatGPT. I think most people do. But go to ChatGPT, type in the restaurant, and what you put in is this. I'm going to such and such, whatever restaurant. Let's just say I'll use Applebee's. I'm going to Applebee's. I'm on carnivore. What can I eat that's carnivore approved? You type it into ChatGPT just like that, and it's going to give you your list of choices. You don't have to second guess or nothing like that. You know, you can still go out. You can order whatever it tells you to order that you eat and just keep the train rolling. One of the mistakes that I made last year on carnivore was when I would go to certain places, I wouldn't do my research. I just assumed some things. And I would just go there and I would eat things like, case point, racetrack. The hot dogs are carnivore approved, but the sausages aren't. The sausages have dextrose and sugar and all kinds of stuff. I did a check on the hot dogs. The hot dogs are good. So all that time last year I was doing carnivore. I'm thinking I'm doing right because I would pair the sausage with the eggs. Well, the eggs were good, but the sausage wasn't. So that's why I said, make ChatGPT your best friend on this carnivore journey. You cannot go wrong if you do that. So we're going to go ahead on, man. I'm going to enjoy this lunch, and I promise you, trust me, I got the willpower. Those empanadas, we're not eating the shell. We're just going to eat the meat out of the empanada shells. Go throw the shells away. Carnivore, you know how we do it. It's the Cajun Carnivore, man. We'll holla. Okay, so today, yesterday was day 5. Today was day 6. Today was crazy because what wound up happening to me today I had a banger of a work day today. Like, you know how it is after the holidays, you're coming back from, all that off time. A lot of businesses were off. I'm in trucking, so you already know. Last 2 weeks has been really light, really low key. Well, today, pretty much everybody, or should I say this week, everybody's going back to work. So things are ramping up. So today was my first normal day that I'm used to having, in my industry, that I haven't had in at least 2.5, really 3 weeks, because the week before Christmas, it started to really slow down and die out. So I'm going through the motions, going through everything. Had my water and everything, fasted from last night in a fasted state. I had plans of eating, breaking my fast around about 1 o'clock. But I was in an area that didn't really have too many food options. I was in a rural country area. So I found this mom and pop store that they wound up having food options. So I go in there, having plate lunches. Now, you know me. I'm looking, a quick thing for me is going to be hot dog link, sausage link, something to that nature. I'm looking for that. So I go into the store and I go to the restaurant part where they're serving food, and all I see is stuff that's fried and breaded. And they got like mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, like plate lunch type of stuff. So my former life would have been a go-to option. But like I said, we're trying to do things differently now doing the carnivore life. So I see what appears to be some steaks. Looks like some sort of steaks. I can look at the gravy and tell. It didn't really have gravy on it. It was kind of a little bit more on the dry side. That told me right then and there, okay, well, if there's no gravy, then you don't have a lot of that extra stuff. Probably don't have no carbs. It looked dried out to me, like it was really dry. But, it was going to suffice for the time being until later. So I said, you know what? Carnivore journey, let's go ahead on and do it. So I asked the girl behind the counter, I said, could I get like 2 of those steaks? They were pretty nice size, pretty big. They might have actually took care of me for the day. I might not have needed anything, but they did look kind of good. They were a little dry, but still, I could have worked with them. So when I talked with the girl and I asked her, I said, can I get 2 of those steaks? She told me, she couldn't talk English too well, but she's like, you know what, plate lunch? I'm like, no ma'am, I don't want a plate lunch. I just want the steaks. How much are the steaks? And I'm thinking she's going to tell me $2.50, $3 a pop. I'm like, look, $6, I'm good with that, $7, I'm okay with that. She tells me that the steaks are going to cost me $12.99. I'm like, well, how much is the plate lunch? She said $12.99. I said, well, why are the steaks $12.99 by themselves and the plate lunch, which included mashed potatoes and green beans and a roll, why is it the same price? She said, you get charged for plate lunch. I said, well, ma'am, I'm not buying a plate lunch. Like, just charge me separately, I don't do that. You do this or nothing. I said, okay, well, you have a nice day. I'm good. And I'm not going to that establishment no more. I wound up going into the convenience store part, and I got me some pork rinds. And I said, you know what? It's going to be what it's going to be. I ate the pork rinds, drank my water. I said, you know what? This is going to hold me down until I get home and I do my own thing at the house. But the challenges of carnivore, y'all. The challenges of carnivore. The challenge of carnivore is not sticking to the plan. That's easy. You might have some down times. You might have some challenging times at times. But for the most part, that's not the challenge. The real true challenge of carnivore is finding food options in a society that carnivore is just not prioritized. I mean, think about it. You go somewhere and you order your burger patty. I see a lot of people have been putting in the comments, order your burger patties and stuff. Order a la carte at McDonald's and just get burger patties and nothing else. The looks you get. And it's like, why are you looking at me like that? I'm paying my money. This is my food. This is how I want it. Just, hell, I'm making your job easy because you don't even have to put it on a bun and fix it. Just put it in a tray and throw me some bacon on top and let me have it, I know for a fact because at Subway, I get the protein bowl. And I've been doing my research. And what I do now is last year I was doing it kind of wrong because I was putting sauce on top, which you can't do. But what I do now at Subway, I get the protein bowl. And what I do with the protein bowl, very simply put, I get rotisserie chicken. I get the steak. I get eggs. I get 2 eggs. Not egg whites, the actual eggs. And I put a little cheese on top with some salt and black pepper. That's what I get. No sauce anymore. But I noticed when I would order that, like that, I would get the craziest looks. The craziest looks. You don't want no salad? You don't want no veggies? You don't want no lettuce? You don't want no spinach? No, ma'am, this is what I want. This is what I want. So, listen. To anybody watching this channel right now, if you're new on Carnivore, it's like I'm not new, but I'm kind of back. I'm still like, okay, put it like this. I'm not a rookie. Like if you're in the NFL, you're a rookie, but I'm still playing in my first contract, if that makes sense. Like I've been in the league for like a year or two. I'm trying to re-up to get the big money like they do in the NFL. That's how I see myself, But if you're new, if this is new to you, if you stumbled across the channel and this is something brand new and you're looking at this as inspiration, take it from me. You are doing what you're doing for you, your well-being in the long term, and do not worry about the perception. Because at the end of the day, you can eat like crap and still have a negative perception and still have people looking at you. At least if you do carnivore, you know all of the benefits that you're going to get. I can tell you right now, this is day 6 for me. I think those pork rinds, I ate the whole bag and I shouldn't have did it. I kind of feel like my dizzy. So that's how I know the sodium. I don't really eat too much sodium, so I got to tone that down. I don't eat that every day, so don't think I eat it every day. I don't. But you are doing what you're doing for you. So it does not matter. It does not matter what other people think. You're doing what you're doing for you. So if you're brand new to this carnivore thing and you've stumbled across this channel, and I appreciate the subscribers and all of that, and you rock with me and you rock with my content, I just want to tell anybody that's new to the game with this carnivore thing, stay consistent. Remember what I told y'all in my other video. Remember, you know what you want to do. You identify what you want to do. You identify your why. You know you want to do something, you identify your why. And then after you identify your why, you got to come up with the game plan to do it. Once you come up with the game plan to do it, you come up with consistency. And after the consistency, you'll go ahead and complement the discipline, put all of that together, and you can achieve what you want. And don't worry about the rest of people. Don't worry about people. So, y'all have a good one, man. Cajun Carnivore, I'm out.